everybody, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Annie's Food Show. I hope you've been enjoying these shows just as much as I personally enjoy making them for you. Well, today on our show, I'm talking about breakfast. And nutritionists will say the breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Some people argue whether it's true or not. Whether it's true or not, that's a different story. But what I'm talking about today is a breakfast dish. You can serve it for breakfast, you can serve it for dinner. It's up to you. But I'll present it to you. Usually when we have plantains in the mornings, we usually have 5 plantains with eggs. So I'm going to ask you to just open up your mind today to a new way of having eggs and plantains. And we're going to serve that with a fruit salad. It's not only a breakfast meal, you can also have it as a lunch meal for your children going to school. So stay with me. Don't go very far. You can have a cup of coffee or tea as it suits you. Relax with a piece of paper and a pen for notes. So don't go very far, and we'll be right back.
Anna's Food Show, your favorite food and lifestyle show. The assurance for your well-being.
Okay, welcome back, and we're about to make this excellent dish for breakfast. What I have is plantains, some eggs, milk, sweet corn, and a few spices. We'll go from there. Now, to get it ready, we just have to peel the plantains, and quite simply, you peel your plantains as you normally do. I'm using about 5 plantains, but for this size of a dish. Now, if you have a larger family, you can obviously multiply the quantity of plantains. If you have more people to serve, you can multiply it. Now, you will need your oven. So before you start, make sure your oven is cleaned out. All those fry pans that you use as a storage and you keep in your oven, you take it out. And it's a handy cooking tool. Well, you need to use your oven. If you don't have an oven, it may be a little bit challenging to do something like this. There was another show we did with baking a dish in sand on the stove top. You can try that, but it will be a lot of work to try to do for just this very simple dish. This is very simple, and it works well if you are feeding a crowd. If you have like you have maybe sometimes when families come over, you have a lot of people at home, you can do this for a crowd. So with our plantains, you just have them, you just slice it like you're making plantain chips, and you just slice it into the pan right away. And you don't want to get them too thick. It's just about, you know, this size, a coin size. You don't want to get it too thick, just thin slices, so that when it cooks, it will cook through easily and fast enough. And so you want to have your oven already going on, so it's hot when you put the dish right in, and it will just start cooking immediately. So we have our plantains already sliced. Get that in the bottom. And then we just have about 1 onion sliced, and you just put that on there. This is about 2, but for the size of this pan, you just have about 1 onion. You slice it in rings. It just gives more character to the dish. You know, just put it in rings. And then we're going to add sweet corn. Now, I know it's corn season and we may want to add our own locally grown corn, but the problem with that is our corn variety is a hard corn. So even if you boil the corn and it's soft, when you put it and bake it, it's still going to get tough. So this is a variety of corn, it's canned corn, a variety that is a soft variety. So when we put it in here, it's just going to remain soft. So you can add 1½ a can of corn. It's up to you how you want. So we'll just just get some corn in there. So Corn and beans is corn chaff. Corn and plantains is what? You answer that for yourself. So set the onions aside. And then now, for the rest of the things that have to go on there, we have parsley. From my bunch, I'll just get, you know, about it. This amount is good. And we just roughly cut the parsley. Okay, and then we'll put that now in a bowl, because we'll have to get all our liquids together and pour it over. So we'll put that in a bowl, and then we'll do about 3 eggs. Two and 3. And a ½ a cup of milk. Let's see. So ½ a cup of milk. And ½ a cup of water. The water is just so that the dish is moist by the time we're done, because obviously plantains need water to cook and to soften up. And then we're going to add about a teaspoon, ½ a teaspoon of or a pinch of salt, a healthy pinch, and then about ½ a teaspoon or a healthy pinch of black pepper ground, and garlic powder. Now, garlic powder instead of fresh garlic is better for this dish. So we're just going to have a healthy pinch of garlic powder into this. Yes, you can have garlic for breakfast food. And then you just beat that all up together. You get a good mix and just pour right over. Make sure it goes over everything and it covers. Then what you'll do is you just cover with foil and you set in your oven. Now, if you had the oven on high, you want to get it down to a medium heat, and you set that in the oven and allow it to cook for about ½ an hour to 45 minutes, and it should be ready and the plantains will be soft. This is something that you can actually do the night ahead. You can actually just prepare this ahead of time and then just pop it in the oven, and I bet you your family is gonna enjoy this. So stay tuned, and we'll get this going in the oven. We'll come back, we'll taste it, and we'll work on a fruit salad. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Anna's Food Show, your favorite food and lifestyle show. The assurance for your well-being.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the first part of the show. Now on to the second part. We are working on a fruit salad, and it is mango season right now in Bamenda, and I have a lot of mangoes here. This is actually fresh picked from the yard, and you can buy. Now, if you're doing this recipe off season, that is when mangoes are not in season, you can substitute this very well with pawpaw, and you can use whatever fresh fruit that is handy. Pineapples are pretty much year-round, so there are always pineapples, but it may not work so well. But pawpaw would go well, and pineapple will go well. Now, bananas can go, but the only thing you have to be very careful with using bananas is that it turns black. You know, if you cut the banana, it changes color very fast and it will turn black. And so you may not be able to use it. If you do, make sure it's something you add at the very end before you serve. Even though banana will be a very welcome addition to this. So for now, because we have mangoes available, I'm using mango, and it's going to be a very, very nice, tasty dish. We'll get this started by peeling our mangoes. And as mangoes are in season, it's good to really explore and use fruits that are seasonal. We know we don't preserve a lot of mangoes here, so when they're in season, we eat them to our fullest. Why not use them in salads? So I'll just get us started here by peeling, and then I'll slice it directly into our serving bowl, and I just make little slits like this. And this is going to determine the size of my pieces. I know some of us like really tiny pieces, like you chop them up, it almost becomes like a fruit soup. For me, that's too small. I prefer to have some chunks in it. That's my preference, not necessarily something that you follow. You cut this to the size that you prefer, so you will still get a desired flavor. And then we'll go ahead and do the slits again. And slice right into the bowl. Make sure your hands are very well washed when you're working with fruit that would be eaten raw. You wash your hands very well. And if you are serving in a restaurant or going to serve a crowd, then you want to look for gloves and wear them. This is a show for TV. Mangoes are a very versatile fruit, very high in vitamin C, vitamin A, and with the orange color gives it the vitamin dispensation. It's got vitamin A, which is very good for your eyes. And so somebody is like, I don't like to eat carrots. You can eat mangoes. And it's also very good for your eyes. It's a very good antioxidant as well, and helps keep your immune system strong. And in this era of COVID-19, where you need to be healthy, make sure in this season you eat mangoes and fruit in general, actually. And when mangoes are out of season, make sure you eat other fruits that are available. Pawpaw. Now pawpaw is seasonal. It's not only seasonal anymore. We can get pawpaw year round. Fruit makes a healthy breakfast dish because it provides you your nutrients for the day. You feed your body with nutrients for the day. And as you go about doing your daily activities, your body is well oiled. And you know, it's just like when you have a car, you get up in the morning, you check your oil, you check your brakes and all of that. But this one now, then you feed the body. Your body is a machine. You just don't want to treat it anyhow. You feed the body and make sure it runs well during the day. So there we have 4 mangoes cut up in there. And we'll continue with our pineapple. So the pineapple is already washed. I had to get it a little bit on the red side. You know, somebody think it's overripe. It's really not overripe, but a good ripe pineapple is what you really need for this dish. So to get that pineapple into the dish, just cut the bottom, cut the top. We're going to do this the easy way. Cut it like this, and we quarter it. Cut it in quarters. Okay. Then you use a smaller knife and remove the center part. Simply like that. And then again, you just do slices into the flesh of the pineapple, and you cut across. You hold it over and you just slice it right into your bowl, so you don't have to fidget with holding the pineapple here and there, and it just goes right in there. There, very simple to do, right? So with this recipe, it doesn't really matter whether your pineapple tastes sweet or not. Now I have an ugly spot there, so when I'm cutting, I'll just have to avoid that area. because that's the next thing. How do you do when you have pineapple that is not good? When you cut it like that, you will see the areas that are good. And I just cut across twice, half, okay, like halfway on the top, and I avoid that spot, and then halfway, and then complete it now to the skin, and same here. Okay, and I get all my pineapple in, avoiding the bad spot. And also when you do it this way, you really don't get, you know, you don't have the little black spots. It sort of like remains on the skin. Whereas if I was actually peeling the skin, you will find if I peel this off, I will not cut as deep into the pineapple. So I will have to deal with all those pineapple spots on my pineapple. So when you do it this way, it's just a little bit simpler, easier, and cleaner to get your pineapple into your dish. Okay, and one more half. Okay, now we've got all our pineapple in. I'm just going to take a moment and just tidy up my area, and we'll be right back. And I'm not done with it, so you can't tune off right away. So I'll just clean up, and then I'll come back and we'll finish the dish together. Stay tuned.
Anna's Food Show, your favorite food and lifestyle show. The assurance for your well-being.
Okay, welcome back. And I have all the pineapple and mango in our dish, and we just mix that well. And if you are a diabetic, please make sure you consult with your doctor that it's okay for fruit, because fruit obviously have sugars. Pineapple is sweet, mango is sweet. It's the sugar content in it that makes it sweet. So it may affect your insulin levels and affect your illness. So make sure you have your doctor's approval before you consume it. And if you do have diabetes and you want to eat it, you can stop at this level and just have it like so. Now, we're going to do a dressing to go in this. You know, sometimes we dress salads. Salads pick up taste. Like even if it's a vegetable salad, we have to put a dressing in it. I'm going to do a quick dressing for fruit salad, and you'll be amazed. I'm going to use just about a tablespoon of honey here, and I'm using, of course, oku honey, because it seemingly is a better type of honey. Although there are many honeys that are good, but for this I prefer oku honey. I'll just swirl it a little bit. You may just put it in the microwave to thin it out a little bit. If not, you just, you know, mix it like that. And just a little bit of cinnamon, about, you know, maybe a quarter of a, not even a quarter, this is an eighth of a teaspoon. So it's a healthy pinch of cinnamon we'll add to it, and we'll mix that up. And then we'll add some mint to it. If honey is not your thing, it's okay. You can use sugar, just plain sugar. However, we choose to have honey in this. And then with the mint, you just, you know, shred it a little bit so that it kind of reduces the sizes of the mint that go in there. And it releases the mint flavor in it. Mint gives really like a cooling effect. Let me just get a bigger leaf. So mint goes very well with fruit. It gives like a cooling effect, and you get the benefits of mint actually without drinking mint tea. Okay, so we just combine that all, and you just swirl it well so that you, at least by swirling it like this or stirring it, you're going to really crush the mint into the honey and the cinnamon. And you know all the health benefits that they talk about cinnamon having. You can have that, mint having health benefits, honey. Ooh, how could you go wrong? You know, it's good. When you're eating, most often we say, oh, when they put so many health restrictions, the food doesn't have any taste. But let me tell you, sometimes when you know how to combine it, it will give you good taste. The other thing to keep in mind is that when you combine, if you're going to do this, prepare your dressing and set aside. Prepare your food and set aside. When you're about ready to serve, then you combine it. The reason being that when there's sugar in here right now from the honey, it's going to start causing the water to ooze out. And so you have sort of like a watery mess. So it's good to just do that before you serve. Okay, so this is all about the fruit salad. Now, we started off with a plantain dish. It is also out of the oven and it's ready to be tasted. So when we come back now, we're going to taste our plantain and our fruit together. We're coming right back.
Anna's Food Show, your favorite food and lifestyle show. The assurance for your well-being.
Welcome back on set. We have our plantain dish ready and out of the oven. We have our fruit salads ready for tasting. And when it came out of the oven, I just garnished the top a little bit more with some parsley. Just chopped some parsley so it looks nice. It's ready for tasting. So we're not going to labor too much talking about it. I have Fred on the set who is going to actually dish it. He says he would want to dish. So he will go ahead and dish the plantains and then we'll eat together. There you go. So it's nice and baked through. So anyone can dish this. It's not only for...
Should I add more?
No, it's enough. How are we even going to eat it all? Okay. Here's your fork. And here's mine. Go ahead. I prepared it so you dig in first. Now,
wow.
While he's deliberating on it, then I will also dig in.
Tasty. Let me have some.
Tasty. And so what do you find interesting about this dish?
I was actually thinking that it's going to be too sweet. The plantain, the corn, when you say the corn too sweet, corn. I was almost thinking that it's going to be too sweet, but it's just normal. The sweetness is not that much. The sweetness of the plantain that you have it, and the egg too is making it so crispy.
There you have it. He said it all. Now we'll go into the fruit salad.
Let me still have some.
Yeah, you can still have some. Okay. You have your bowl, I have my bowl. You have your spoon, I have mine. As he's digging in, I'm also going to dig in.
This is something else.
Something else.
I don't think it's pineapple anymore.
Okay.
Something else. It's not pineapple.
It's not pineapple, it's something else. So this is fruit salad, something else. So, before I get carried away and forget about you and just keep eating, I must say that the pineapple actually was sour. It wasn't very sweet, pineapple per se, but putting it through the treatment that we did, mixing it with the mango and then with the honey, You don't get it quite sour
It's
at
not
all.
sour.
Yeah.
And the flavors of the meat.
Yes.
It doesn't smell pineapple anymore.
It just makes
Some
it.
mint flavor mixed up with pineapple and the mango too.
Yeah.
It tastes so good.
Well, thank you very much, Fred, for your honest opinion and for being on the set and enjoying the fruit. So continue eating. Well, thank you for watching the show today. It was a pleasure putting these recipes together for you. So I hope you get to try them. And please do leave us a message on Facebook at Ane's Food Show. Email amundi@gmail.com. You can also find us on YouTube and Instagram as Ane's Food Show. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself. Bon appetit. And stay tuned for our next show.